Hey guys, this is Daniel.
And Matthew, and we are
That
Damn
damn brand.
Hey, that was pretty close.
Today we are doing a video review on Sea of Thieves, Rare's new swashbuckling adventure that was so popular on launch day it apparently crashed the servers.
Yar.
So where would you like to begin?
Let's start with the first thing that you see, which is all the visuals, the graphics of the game. I personally didn't care for the character models. I think the environments are pretty decent, and the water is amazing.
Yeah, I would agree with you there. The water is stunning and looks absolutely spectacular, whether it's calm or rough and stormy seas. The water effects are just truly amazing in this game. And unlike you, I actually do like the visuals in this game because while they are cartoony and kind of Fortnite-ish, I feel like it fits the theme of the game.
Back to the water, I really like the lighting they do, or how it shows, or when there's thunder, only the top film of the water gets lit up and the bottom's still dark. It's amazing how they've been able to capture that.
Yeah, Rare has done an excellent job of that. Moving right along to the sound design of the game, I feel like all the sounds in the game are perfect, whether it's the waves crashing into the sloops or galleons, the different weapons that you fire in the game, the sword fighting, the swords clanging, all the miscellaneous sounds in the game feel like they belong.
I also like how the bushes have really good sound in them as well. Like when you're walking through them, you can hear the bushes, and I've actually used that in combat to identify where a skeleton is and stuff like that.
Yeah, kudos to Rare and the team over there for their excellent use of sound design in this game.
So I guess the big thing about any game would be gameplay.
Yeah, so let's discuss Sea of Thieves gameplay. Let's go ahead and call a spade and say that Sea of Thieves has very limited gameplay. I mean, certainly there's PvE where you go around fighting skeletons, and essentially you get forced into PvP because no one really trusts anyone anymore. And so you end up in gunship battles, shooting your cannons at each other, trying to kill each other and sink each other's ships so that you don't have a spawn point anymore. Because the way the game works, each crew, basically their ship is their spawn point, and so if your ship sinks, you have to respawn somewhere else. But the treasure maps are cool, and looking for buried treasure, that's also fun when you have to solve the riddles. The swordplay in the game, I actually really do like being able to block other people's swords with your sword and clang, and it's awesome. But overall, you get bored very quick, and there's kind of a lot of downtime is what I believe Daniel referred to it as.
Yes, I believe there's a lot of downtime, and the progression system, in my opinion, is just not that great. So the progression system in the game is a reputation system, and the way you gain reputation is by turning in chests, turning in like the cursed skulls or whatever the game calls them, and those are found throughout the islands in the game. But since you can steal other people's stuff, you can go and do missions and just lose PvP battles and get all your stuff stolen and never progress in the game.
Yeah, like what happened to a solo player when we were playing as a trio and Daniel decided he wanted that guy's stuff.
Yeah, I think it was a mechanic that I enjoyed at first, and although I've never been victim of having my stuff stolen, I can see how it can get annoying fast. You can go far away, get your chest, come back, and then you have nothing to show for it if some people are just waiting for you at the camping the turning points.
Yeah, exactly. Like they have their ship docked, say, on the opposite side of the island, blocked by a big mountain or something, and they're just waiting to kill you and take your shit. It's kind of sucky if you ask me.
I guess that's the nature of the game, but I don't feel there's a good way of repelling that kind of stuff when you're just simply outnumbered.
Maybe it should be like you can be looted and stolen from the whole time you're out in the open world and on the high seas, and then once you get to the outpost, it's a safe area. But I guess that's why they didn't call it a safe area, because
Because you're not safe.
yeah. But going back to the reputation system, I just wanted to say that it's essentially a system of cosmetic upgrades. Like, you can customize your pirate with new cosmetics by spending the gold you earn in-game by doing the various activities like robbing other players and completing missions, turning in chests, etc. And that's really it.
Yeah, and as for someone like myself who doesn't really care about cosmetics very much, it doesn't really leave me a reason to play other than, okay, let's beat all the missions once just to say I could, just play the game now that I bought it for $60.
Right.
But I'm not striving to get anything. There's nothing, no cool spell that I want. There's no skill tree that I feel like I need to climb to max out my character. If I get a fucking hat, I get a fucking hat. Like, okay, that's cool.
And as for me, someone who actually does give a shit about the cosmetics, I feel like it would take too long to save up enough gold to get that really cool looking cosmetics, and it would be too much of a grind for me to care. I feel like at that point I wouldn't give a shit about what my pirate actually looked like. Oh, and that's another thing I wanted to bring up that I just remembered right now. You can't actually create your own pirate right off the bat. The game gives you a random assortment of assholes for you to choose from. Granted, you can keep randomly generating these assholes to try and get one you like, but I feel like in a game that is so cosmetic focused that a character creator would be a given, it's fucking ridiculous that they don't let you create your character from the ground up right from the start. It seems like it's a feature they intentionally passed over in order to get this game out to start making money.
Well, I have a theory, and that could lead us into our next point, that the game is really an early access game. It's like they spent all their resources on making it look pretty, so when people show videos and marketing, it's like, wow, that game looks awesome. But when you actually get the game, there's no content. I'm thinking that's one of the features that are going to come in the future as it's an ever-growing game. I think that's just a cheesy way to say early access.
Yeah, I would agree with you wholeheartedly there. Essentially, what we wanted to talk about was cost versus content, and Sea of Thieves is a game that definitely could have benefited from early access. Unfortunately, Rare is a Microsoft studio, as in Microsoft owns Rare, so they aren't going to release an early access. Microsoft, from what I'm aware of, does support early access, but only for independent games. And so since Rare is owned by Microsoft, they were never going to be in early access. If Sea of Thieves is going to be one of those games that's getting steady or continuous updates, then that's just how it's going to be. And so I would agree that it's kind of a disguised early access. Rare and Microsoft initially didn't acknowledge that, but however, they have recently admitted to the game's lack of content now.
Yeah, I feel it was just, let's put all our money into production value and we'll figure the rest out later.
And you can tell from playing the game that that's exactly what they did. In terms of cost versus content, this is not, I repeat, not a $60 game. Not even close. At $30, that would be just about pushing it. The people that are able to use their Xbox Games Pass to play the game for $10 a month, they're the ones who are getting the most value from the game in its current state.
I agree with the $60. I'm not too sure if I agree with the $10 thing. I would say $30 probably is a good point for this game, because they do promise upcoming improvements. But as of now, I don't feel that there's much of a game rather than like a giant tech demo, which it failed on the first day.
Yeah, it did. So if we're talking score, what would you give to Sea of Thieves?
I would give it a 7. It's passable. There's not much to do, but the production value is there. It leaves promise to what can come. And I really have a feeling it's going to be like a Division style game where people are going to people jump in out of excitement. It was hyped up, and then people are going to leave disappointed, and the game's going to eventually evolve. But it's never going to get that player base back that it could have had if it just released in a good state.
Yeah, I can see that happening, and I actually agree with you on your score as well. I would also give this game a 7 based on its current state. Alright guys, so that's going to do it for our video review on Sea of Thieves. We hope you enjoyed. If you did, please give this video a like, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel. For ThatDAMBrand, I've been Matthew.
I've been Daniel.
And we'll see you guys in the next video.
Have a good one.
Peace.